It's the Warriors, it's the Hurricanes, and it is
Remember back in the day when you taught me to live and I taught you to pray. We went in the battle together, no matter the weather, we never delayed. You gave me commands, I always obeyed.
Jagger for Rice-Savvy, score! Martin for Rice-Savvy, his second of the season, and we are even at one.
Anyway, you should not have let me get away, cause now I'm hunting for my prey. I'm bigger, I'm better, my mind is a weapon. I won't ever let up, you try to break me down.
Right circle, Matejchuk to Fergus, shot, scores! Jagger Fergus snaps it home, 2-1, Moose Jaw leading. Matejchuk, right circle, Rice-Savvy to Jagger, scores! It's a 3-1 Moose Jaw Warrior lead.
I'm a survivor.
Circle, backdoor, Semenuk, scores! Ethan Semenuk, his first goal as a Moose Jaw Warrior, 4-1, Moose Jaw lead. The Hurricanes with a late charge, but the Warriors silence the storm and will pull off the 4-3 win.
The Moose Jaw Warriors were looking to exact a little bit of revenge last night, and that's exactly what they did. Moose Jaw avenged last week's 4-0 loss to Lethbridge with a 4-3 win of their own here at the Hangar. It was a hard-fought game. Tonight, they will be looking for redemption of an opening night loss. Hello, I'm Marc Smith, and welcome back into the Hangar in downtown Moose Jaw for tonight's East Division tilt between the Warriors and the Prince Albert Raiders on IKS Media Warriors Live. Martin Rice-Savvy led the charge for the Warriors last night. He had a goal and 3 points as they topped the Hurricanes to move to 6-3 on the season. The only loss that Moose Jaw hasn't been able to avenge so far this year is a 4-0 loss on opening night to the Raiders. They will look to do that here tonight. Prince Albert comes in riding high after they knocked off the Calgary Hitmen 7-2 last night. That pushes the Raiders to a 5-3 record on the year. They sit just 2 points back of the first place Warriors. For more on tonight's matchup, let's head down to the Warriors locker room where I caught up with head coach Marc O'Leary. Speaking with Moose Jaw Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary ahead of tonight's game against Prince Albert. Let's go back to last night, though. A strong third period for this team, and you guys pull out a big win over Lethbridge to kind of rebound after the way the game went last Friday there.
Yeah, I think that game in Lethbridge is one that didn't sit real well, I know, with the whole group, and I loved our response. I think that's what the game's all about. It's a long season, and when you can find little bits of things to give you a little bit more juice, I think last night was a good example of what that can do. And I thought there was a lot of guys that had some really good nights.
Was that a veteran leader kind of game for you guys?
Absolutely, it was. I think our veteran guys were our best players, and that's the way that it needs to be. Every team will tell you that. For you to be successful on a consistent basis, your best players have to be your best players and lead by example, and I thought our guys did that.
People would see this team and see the skill that this team has, but the last two games have been pretty hard-nosed, hard hockey games. Is it nice to see the team be able to win those kind of games?
Yeah, and I think that was a lot of the conversation this morning, that it's being comfortable in those situations and not being stubborn and try to change things maybe if the offense doesn't come right away. We get behind early, but we answered back. But it's sticking with that right through to the third period and knowing that we'll be there in the end. Now I think we can clean things up a little bit and make sure that we finish games off a little bit cleaner as well.
Prince Albert scored 7 last night against Calgary. They're coming in playing some good hockey. Beat you guys earlier this season. What do you guys have to do to have success against them?
Well, I think playing Lethbridge last night was a good tune-up for PA. Similar in a lot of aspects in terms of their neutral zone play and the way that they defend in their D zone, making things real hard in front of the net. So, a lot of the same things that we talked about are going to be important again tonight. We need to manage pucks through the neutral zone. We need to make sure that we have numbers around the puck in both zones, and we need to have a willingness to win races and certainly win battles inside it, in front of both nets.
Well, good luck here tonight.
Thanks, Marc.
Thanks to Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary for joining us here on the pregame show. We'll hear from him again after tonight's game as we recap all the action on the postgame show. When we come back next, though, Martin Rysavy had his biggest game of the season so far for the Warriors. We'll hear from the import forward next on the IKS Media Warriors live pregame show.
There's no doubt running any kind of farm comes with day-to-day challenges. We built a new facility 2 years ago. Technology has totally revolutionized dairy farming. Fast Milk gives us the tools to provide high quality standard of milk, making sure our equipment is all well taken care of, make sure that those animals are housed and cared for appropriately. They continue to push us with their standards to make sure that it just gets better and better.
Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. And more and more and more and more and more. And more and more and more and more and more and more and more. Yeah!
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center as we continue to make our way towards puck drop between the Warriors and the Raiders here tonight. A big East Division battle early in the season. And for more on tonight's game, let's head back down to the Warriors locker room where I had a chance to speak with Warriors import forward Martin Rysavy. Speaking with Moose Jaw Warriors forward Martin Rysavy ahead of tonight's game against the Prince Albert Raiders. Let's go back to last night. A goal and 3 points for yourself and a big win for the team. How good did that one feel to pull that out against Lethbridge?
Yeah, obviously. We had a great game, especially our line. So we just got to do it again tonight and win another hockey game.
What was the key difference between last Friday against Lethbridge and this one?
Probably the work ethic. We've been close to the puck, so we had a second quick. We've been battling way more harder. We've been inside, so that's the things we didn't do there, and we did it yesterday. So that's probably the biggest difference in these two games.
Your line with Braden Yeager and Jagger Furcus has really been clicking early on. How much has the chemistry from last year carried over to this year?
Yeah, I think it's even better than last year because we got better through the summer. We are a year older, so now we're just trying to put it on the level and just be the dominant line in our team. And I think we're doing a good job. It can be better always, so we just have to keep working hard and do our job.
Prince Albert coming in tonight, they picked up a big win last night. How important is the start going to be in that first period here?
Yeah, it's always important to have a good start in the game, as to have first 10 minutes just keep it simple and try to do the details right, and after just take over on the game. But I don't really know like the PA team this year. I was not even watching them, so hopefully I will be surprised. It's going to be a good game, and we have to just keep working hard as we did yesterday.
With that, is it the key to just focus on yourselves and do what you guys need to do to have success?
Yeah, I think that's kind of our mentality in our whole team. Just team is first for us, so just focus on ourselves and we'll do good. Because I know we have a good team, and if we'll be focused on ourselves, not on the other team, it's going to be a great game for us always.
Well, good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks to Martin Rysavy for joining us here on the pregame show. Let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight for these two teams, and we'll start with the Moose Jaw Warriors, who will turn to Dimitri Fortin in net, the 17-year-old netminder making his first WHL start last season in 46 games with the Winnipeg team in under 18 AAA hockey. He had a 18-6 record with a .252 goals against average and a .911 save percentage. This is his first WHL start. I know he is pretty excited about that. On the back end for Moose Jaw, they turn to the pair of 19-year-olds. Denton Matejchuk, 4 assists so far this season for the Warriors captain. Matthew Glant, On the other side, a goal and 6 points so far this season for Gallant, off to a great start in his 19-year-old year. Up front, a loaded line that has been playing some really good hockey right now. 5 goals, 11 points between this trio in the last 2 games over this week. Martin Rysavy had a goal and 3 points. Last night he has 2 goals, 4 points on the season. He'll start on the left wing. At center ice, Braden Yeager, 7 goals, 12 points already this season for the Pittsburgh Penguins, first-round pick. And then on his other wing, Jagger Furcus, a team-high 14 points. He's got 5 goals so far on the campaign. So that line will be driving the offense for the Warriors here tonight if they're going to have success. On the Raiders side, Chase Coward, a Swift Current product, makes his start here for the Raiders. He has a 1-2 record in 3 appearances so far this season, a .336 goals against average, and an .872 save percentage. Chase actually played his AAA hockey here with the Moose Jaw Warriors, so very familiar with this rink is the 20-year-old netminder. On the back end is Tyrell Goldsmith, a goal so far this season for the 18-year-old defenseman. He's paired with 20-year-old Jacob Hofbragi. 3 assists on the year for him. He had a really good game last night in that victory over the Hitmen. Up front, Aiden Oring has 5 goals, 9 points this season. He centers a line with 2 dangerous players for the Warriors to keep an eye on. Sloan Stanek, a goal and 4 points for the 20-year-old so far this year. On the other wing, Ryder Ritchie, 5 goals, 10 points, leading the team so far this season for Ritchie. So that's where the Warriors need to focus on here tonight with that starting lineup for the Raiders. They're going to be one to watch here in this game. Thank you for tuning in here tonight on the IKS pregame show. We'll have the postgame show coming up on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook after tonight's game. If you want to tune in to the game action, play-by-play action will be available on WHL Live with Voice of the Warriors, James Gallo and Derek Kletzel. Let's join them now as the pregame ceremonies get underway.
Games on the schedule. Look at Canadian teams right now.